Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart, as always, presented by our good friend Heidemann Associates.
Yeah, that's right. Just a reminder, if you have any legal needs, Heidemann Associates is going to take care of you. They're a flat fee law firm and also a full service law firm. They can take care of whatever legal needs you have. Give them a call. Tell them Rewind sent you. You'll get a free consultation when you call 801-472-7742.
You can tell we got a game going behind us, Clearfield and Bountiful.
Yep.
Did the girls' game that started before this one. That's a quick start here for the Falcons hanging out.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it close against
Hanging around.
Bountiful. Absolutely. What we want to do is, it's been a while. We have not done a video since the beginning of the year. Oh, don't forget. We're also brought to you by Igloo Outfitters, IGLUOutfitters.com. Look, we know football season's over, but you still got hockey moms. You still got spring sports coming up. We got to bundle up. That's actually one of the reasons I'll probably get out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I can just put my Igloo on and call baseball while I'm freezing. Yeah.
And
but
by
I won't
the
be
way,
freezing.
I've never had a hit crack my Igloo. It might crack a football helmet. It doesn't crack my Igloo. They're durable.
It would have worked in Kansas City.
It would have.
You'd have to take care of your face, but everything else would be great.
Everything else would be good.
Go to IGLUOutfitters.com. All right, what we want to do again, because it's our first video of the year, we've had some sickness and stuff and things going on. We're going to go through regions, start about the top of the regions, allow us kind of get things reset as we get back into our rhythm.
Let's hold on. We're kind of mid-season. Let's do Dusty midterms. Let's do that before we dive into regions.
Awesome.
Is that okay?
I love midterms.
All right, hey, midterms.
I eat midterms for lunch, as you can tell.
This is not his final exam. This is just midterms. We'll get to the final at the end of the year. All right, here we go, Dusty. We have a new record holder in the state for the career assist record. Who is it?
Jordy Barnes.
Hey, 1 for 1. Jordy Barnes. This guy hands out dimes. Who says we're in a cashless society? Jordy's always carrying dimes with him. Jordy, congratulations.
He could be a part of the Mummers.
I actually asked Matt, his dad, I was at Olympus Alta. I said, Coach, are you a little disappointed he broke the assist record and not the three-point shooting record? He just laughed. He's proud of his kid. He should be. Jordy, heck of a career. Congratulations.
Yeah.
1 for 1. Here we go.
All right.
Ike Palmer reached the 1,000-point club for Harriman. He's only the second Mustang to reach that. Who's the only other Mustang to be a 1,000-point scorer in Harriman school history?
Oh, man, they got a couple going through my head. I want to say David Johnson, but I don't think so. Tyus Jefferson.
Is that your final answer?
No. I'll go David Johnson.
I think you're thinking the wrong guy with the wrong name. David Maynard.
David Maynard. That's what I meant.
Johnson played at bingo. Yeah. David Maynard.
Boom.
Look at this guy, man. I didn't even give him these ahead of time. He's just firing these off. All right, we're going to ramp it up a little bit, all right?
Okay.
Jackson Johnson also reached the 1,000-point club with Alta this year. He's only the second Alta Hawk to do it since 2000. Who's the other?
Oh. I want to say the kid who went to BYU, Brown, but I'm not 100% certain. The post player that won the state championship in 2010. I can't think of his name. Big, tall kid, but I can't.
Big, tall kid?
Played post. I can see his face. I can't think of the name. All right, just tell me.
I'm not going to let that count.
Yeah, that's okay.
We will not count big, tall kid.
If it's the same name, I'll tell you that person, but I'll be
Jaden Brownell.
No, but I was not. No, I don't remember that one.
I didn't either.
Oh,
but he was
Brownell.
Like
yes.
2019, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have been 2020. Regardless, Jaden Brownell, the other Hawk.
That's a good one.
2 out of 3, man. That's not bad.
Thank you.
That's not bad.
I feel pretty good about that.
He passed his midterm.
That's not even football. Yeah. It wasn't even football questions.
And he's been sick, folks.
He's been sick. But by the way, I've had some people tell me that I'm better on my flu medications on Twitter than without them.
I've seen Dusty on meds. It's a show. Next time I'll record it. We'll put it out there. Don't mess with him. He carries a baseball bat. I learned that.
I'll give you a warning first. All right, let's go through the regions. Let's start with Region 1 because it's a team we told you before the end of the year, going into the holiday break. Look out for this team, Layton. This feels a lot like that 2014, 2015 team because you've got 3 guys that could absolutely torch you now that David Katoa's back.
I had someone ask me, who wins 6A? And I'm thinking, and I'm like, you can make an argument, it's Layton, that they're the best team in 6A because you look at the construct of this roster. Katoa's back. You've got KJ Miller who can shoot. You've got Carter who can shoot. You've got Mekhi Martin who can do everything. This is a loaded
And Little Miller
group.
comes off the bench.
Yeah, you can make the argument that this is the deepest roster that Coach Miller has had, which is saying something.
Since Jerice, Julian, and the crew that won the state. That was a deep team.
But I think this team
A little
is
deeper.
along those lines,
Yeah.
right? Because they could run 8-9 deep easy.
I don't know if you have a professional athlete on the roster. That's a lot of pressure.
Oh, I didn't say most athletic team.
No,
or
I'm just
best
saying.
team.
I'm just
agree.
saying. I don't want to put too lofty of a thing there.
No, I don't disagree.
We got to ground them
I
as
don't
we
think you
lift
have
them
an
up.
NFL safety on this
Yeah.
roster, but
Second
they can live with
contract
that,
coming up,
you
by
know.
the way. Second contract coming up.
This Layton team's really good,
Yeah.
and here's the thing you got to love if you're Layton. You're playing close games right now. Murray, that's a 1-point game. Okay, you found a way to win. Davis, on the road at Davis, that's always intense. They find a way to win.
Packed
Not a bunch
house.
of 30-point blowouts where you're going to walk into a game and maybe get surprised. They're having to grind through some of this. It's going to make them really, really tough. Love this Layton group.
It certainly is. How about a surprise team? How about Weber?
Oh, man. They've
How
been
about
great.
Weber's 12-3 on the year?
Yep.
2-0 in region play.
Malachi Spencer's been great. Obviously, we knew Skank coming back. He's been electric. Oberholzer. This kid was not on my radar
Not at
coming
all.
into the year. He's dropping 20s.
Especially
all
with the
over
name. That's
place.
a good name.
No kidding, huh?
All name team.
This guy, he's special. This Weber team.
Boom. Oberholzer.
Hit with another Oberholzer. They can score, man.
I
Like,
got to do the Weber Davis game now. I'll make sure about that.
we'll let you have that one.
Yeah. Oberholzer.
They have multiple guys who can hit 20, 25.
Yeah.
They can score.
And also go for Davis. This is a team that kind of been up and down. We see them
Yeah.
a lot, but they've been right there. A lot of the top teams in 6A, they've been hanging right there with them.
Farmington, too, right?
Yeah.
I know they've lost a lot of close games. And Fremont, too. It's a little up and down with
Region
Fremont, but when
one's
they're
deep.
up, man, you
Region
don't
1
want to
is
play 'em.
deep.
Yeah.
We go to Region 2, and I'll tell you right now, we'll talk Bingham in a second. Corner Canyon still, I'm not picking against Corner Canyon when we talk about favorites of 6A.
Yeah.
Brody Kozlowski's going back. This team is battle-tested without Brody. You put him back into it, and it becomes a totally different thing because I've done a lot of their games. Desiree is so good in games. Noah Bendinger comes off the bench and gets going offensively. I love a Nybauer brings to the game. And, of course, you know my guy Farrow finds his spots and does this.
Yeah.
I've watched them play a lot of out-of-state teams. They play good basketball. Corner Canyon is really, really good.
They are. And for me, I can't wait to see him when Brody comes back,
Yeah.
right? And to see how it all meshes.
Hearing
and
any day.
If they can get it meshed, I think they are the favorite, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, okay, when's Brody coming back? It's kind of like the Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
right? We're like, oh, what am I going to get tomorrow? And
Source says-
I'm waiting to see Brody. I can't wait to see him back
Yeah.
with all that group. You're right. I mean, Noah Bendinger, I love that he's getting minutes. They need him.
They need
He's a
scoring.
fantastic offensive player. And Desiree, when that guy can get going, he's got athleticism and length that you will not find in
Yep.
this classification.
The source says, tell me any day.
Okay.
Said region play. We expect them. Pretty good source on this one, but they're not going to rush him. We'll make sure
Yeah.
he's at 100%. Not going to rush him.
Here's the other team. You want to talk about surprise? Riverton.
Yeah,
What has gotten
Riverton.
into the Silver Wolves? This group is tough. Wins over Highland, win over PG. It feels like you look at that roster, and they got good players, Barris and Barrett and Allred, but it's like there are not a lot of names that jump off to me just, coming into the season. But then you watch them play. Man, they play so well together. They get up and down the floor. They shoot the ball well. Like, it's just a solid group with great chemistry and great execution. And they just plan on, hey, we're going to outwork you for 32 minutes, and we're going to play better. And while they might not have a headliner of a Brody or a KJ
Richie
or whomever,
Saunders.
yeah, but man, they are just so good together. It's why they win and they win a lot.
It's a lot like the sophomore, freshman Richie Saunders years, right?
Yeah.
We're like, where'd this team come from? And also
Yep.
they just kept
Yep.
going and going and going. Bingham been playing good basketball too, and this is a team, they've got guys, and if Luke West doesn't get it going, Stockton Tuller,
Yep.
I had that Davis game. He had 16 points in the first half.
yeah.
Ty West West didn't have to get going. Luke West they have to get going because of Stockton Tuller. They can find people. They got guys to make this work.
Feels like the last couple years for Bingham, the non-region play. You see a couple games, you're like, oh, Bingham hasn't quite found it. And then right as region starts, whoop, and Bingham just starts on a tear. And they've done it again this year. 73-67, a win over American Fork. I would have picked AF in that game. We don't do picks in basketball, but I would have gone with the Cavemen.
Yeah.
But it just speaks to your point. Luke West is a youngster, continues to get better and better every year. Stockton Tuller up there when you talk about best scorers in the classification. That 1-2 punch has been great. a lot of guys around them that help support them and can have big nights as well for the Miners. Don't want to play Bingham right now.
No, you don't. You certainly don't.
And we haven't talked about Harriman. Talking about Ike Palmer, Malcolm Johnson, Stockton Blanchard, Mason. Like, this is a group really, really strong. One of the best starting fives. And then you mix in an experienced coach coming in.
Yeah.
And this group is playing really, really well with Coach Macon.
And a guy that can galvanize a group.
Yes.
In the right way. Galvanize them in the right way.
Yep.
That's a very big thing.
Huge.
Right?
Huge.
Now we look at Region 3. Who's the next Dallin Hall? It could be Cooper Lewis. 47 points, 6 threes in the win over American Fork. But I've been talking about Cooper Lewis for 3 years. If you haven't watched Cooper Lewis, you got to watch this kid. It is so much fun. A la Tyler Hawes, a la Dallin Hall. He kind of fits that mold because he doesn't have to do it all by himself. And then all of a sudden he goes. He finds his moment. I was shocked. When I did the Davis game. He was 0 for 6 from 3. 0 for 6. Didn't start forcing it. They get their win. And then it was, boom, 47 points. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Well, I believe it. Just mad that I wasn't there.
We were all mad we weren't there.
I'm just saying.
I saw the headline. I was like, what the heck? 6 threes in that game in the win over American Fork. He and Tiger Cuff going head-to-head, which we talked about this early. I love what we've seen from Tiger Cuff this year.
Man.
That young man.
Totally different game.
Totally different game. And it looks like a young man who now is taking the bull by the horns, literally. 17 points in that game, or 19 in that game, the future Weber Cat Wildcat. But, yeah, I mean, Cooper Lewis, he showed us something that night. And as good as that performance was, we have an even better performance that we'll get to later in the show.
It's called a tease in the business. You talk about American Fork. How about – okay, this is really tough because this whole region we got to hit at least 1 point. Lone Peak is really interesting. Ike Staley on the floor. Without Ike Staley, there are 2 different teams.
Yep.
And Jackson Taylor can absolutely light it up. And if Chamberlain Burgess is playing hot and smart, this team at Lone Peak, they get back to the semifinals.
Easy.
Where they were a year ago.
Easy. They got a lot of length. They can shoot the basketball, and they love to run, right? So, yeah, for me, it's when they play their best ball, they're a top 3, top 4 team. If something's off, then you've got ways to attack them, right? But when they play their best ball, they're tough to match up against. By the way, I think I saw Chamberlain offer to Utah State, maybe committed to Utah State. Congratulations, young man. That's exciting.
Absolutely.
PG had a great start to the regular season. They're non-region, man. They were beating teams left and right. Tough start in region. I think they'll get that figured out. But look, Region 3
is really
it's the new Region 4.
Yep.
It's tough. I mean, every night you better bring your A game because there is no easy game, and we've seen that from Skyridge.
Yeah.
Skyridge is gritty.
Jordan Kohler, man, that kid is. I just saw him. Outstanding.
And Dane Housley might be one of the better players you don't know about, not just because of his name, but he's actually got some skill too, more skill than this Dane.
That's why Dane's on Dane. No, he does. And the kid gets downhill, really surprising. And then, PG, we talk about it. Westlake, we expect big things out of Westlake. They'll get going and figure their stuff out.
Yeah, and I think that's a group that, did that game against Skyridge. Bridger Featherstone, that guy can be a beast down low. They've got good guard play that can mix that in. I think it's just a gelling thing with them still. But, yeah, I mean, there's no easy night in Region 3.
No, certainly not. All right, into 5A. Raise your hand if you had West Jordan starting 5-0 in region play. I mean, I didn't. I was just doing the motion.
Yeah.
5-0 for West Jordan to start out their play.
They're gritty, man. And you look at this West Jordan squad, and they returned Blackham, but then you mix in a young man in Dornbosch, I think it is. Was not on my radar. Mm-hmm. He's long, I'm going to guess 6'4", 6'5", can shoot the 3, can be a challenge to match up with, and they can put points on. We talk about how good Riverton was. That West Jordan team fell down by double digits and scrapped their way back in that and made that ball game late, have an overtime win against Juan Diego to start region play or to continue undefeated in region play. Had a nice win over Kearns last night, who Kearns has started to turn the corner a little bit as well, starting to figure some things out there. But, yeah, this West Jordan team beat Hunter, which in my mind, Hunter was kind of that preseason pick with Fauneloth, and they had a lot of scoring. West Jordan beat them. Like, the Jags have started Region 4 really strong.
I did their Copper Hills game, and they were up that whole game, and Copper Hills came back and took it. Thought they could get something done. Now we go to Region 5, and I tell you, it's right at the top. I mean, trying to figure out where we're going to go. How about Gus Pena? His first year as the head man of anywhere besides junior high ball, but in high school, his team looks great. Taking over for a legend of Mike Maxwell.
Yeah.
And this Bountiful team is moving right along.
They are. I think they started so strong, then had a little bit of a hiccup, and now they're back trending again,
Schedule
right?
stiffened up a bit.
They did.
They had to figure some stuff out.
They did. They got, okay, let me just take a little detour here. We're going to come back. I've got a prediction for you. It's January, early February. We asked the groundhog, right? I'm going to tell you right now, the groundhog did not see his shadow, which means an early spring because the Box Elder Bees have come out, Dusty, no longer in hibernation mode. It was a tough non-region schedule for
Somebody
Box
that
Elder.
spent time in central Pennsylvania right there.
Yeah, I think I got that right.
First step's a doozy.
Ned, Box Elder looks like it's there.
Yeah.
Like their non-region, it was like, man, it feels like something's missing. We talk about the biggest guy who didn't play football, who should have played football, and Elijah Kersey. And then Isaacson and others, they upset Bountiful in overtime, 75-72. This is a Box Elder team playing really well. Talk about Bountiful hit the little, just the little blip. They're trending back up, but with every game, that's no longer a blip because Box Elder looks like one of the best teams in that region.
Certainly. And how about this? This feels good to say. Northridge is 3-1 in region play.
Well,
been a long time. The record's down, but they're 3-1 in region play.
So I don't think I shared this on an earlier video, but it was a note I had, and it was to watch out for Northridge. If you go look at their first 4 or 5 games, I think they started 0-4, 0-5. It was by a combined 7 points. Like every game was a one-possession loss. Like, okay, this team's going to figure it out. They had talent. Coach Olson does a great job. It's like, it's going to get figured out. It's figured out to start region play.
Now we go to Region 6, reigning 5A champion Alta.
Yeah.
The favorite to win the state championship in 5A. They're rolling. They're playing good basketball. Ace Reiser doing Ace Reiser things. Jackson Johnson, maybe if his offense is off, his defense is always on. Younger Reiser gets going as well. Dave, you've seen them a lot. This team, you saw the Olympus game. This team rolls right along.
Yeah, a lot of people want to talk about the offense with Alta. Understand it. This is a defensively oriented team. The length, the speed, the tenacity, there is no give up. Their defense ignites their offense. And when you don't turn the ball over, then you have a shot at holding them with under 60. Now, I don't know if you can score 60 to win. That's a whole other question. But that defense is spectacular. And, yeah, you talk about if it's not Ace, it's Dash. If it's not Jackson, it's Carter. Carter Goodfellow off the bench. Bo Compton was great for them against Olympus. It's a deep roster. The defense is fantastic. They shoot the ball well. I think they have 4 guys that shoot around 40% from 3. It's the best team in the state, in my opinion. Yeah,
Travis Orange done an amazing job getting that team together. How about Highland? Up and down in non-region, 4-1 the moment hit region play.
69-68 overtime win against Olympus. How about this? You ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
This is not fun for Olympus. My apologies. This is the first year Olympus has multiple region losses since the 2019-2020 season. Been a long time. Every other year has been undefeated or a one-loss region schedule. They got 2 early with the loss to Highland and the loss to Alta. But, yeah, you're right. Highland's been great. Drisdom has been spectacular. We've seen McConkey has been really good. This Highland team, defense is really strong, and they got the offense to go with it. Now, they lost to Alta early. We'll see if on that second matchup they have anything for them, but they're young, too. This Highland group really young. And, by the way, I'm not writing off Olympus. Olympus is still one of the best teams.
Yes,
they're still top 5 in this classification.
Dutch
Jordan Barnes, talking about him, Dutch. Love Gavin Lowe as well. And Will Blank has come along as well. Been a really nice find for Olympus as the season's gone on.
And it's going to get better. They're going to figure this stuff out. It's just a tougher region, and you got teams on the way up.
Deepest region in the state. We didn't even talk about Brighton.
Yeah, exactly. And Brighton's coming back, too. And, how about this? Maybe the team that we need to make sure can win a state championship. The Orem Tigers. Yeah. Orem is so good. They got a win at Tiffview this last night of when we did this game. It was a 2-point tied at the end of the first, tied at the half, 2-point game going to the fourth quarter. Robinson comes on the floor, cleans up on threes. He had 5 threes. He had 3 in the fourth quarter, and it was a pull-away win for Orem in the Thunderdome. I was getting live updates from Tyson, who's terrific. Always texts me and give me updates. Unreal. Orem, I watched them. I did that game against Duncanville. Don't be surprised they win a 5A state title. This team is that good.
I did the game. Well, I did the game against Corner, and then I did the game against Dixie.
Yep.
It's so good. It's so good.
And it runs well. Jace DeVita does a great job.
They all fit in. Dastrup does a great job. You talk about Robinson. So many pieces that all just know their role and do it well. Hyatt's a young man. Doesn't get talked about enough. Obviously, Wesley's big time. this Orem team is scary good.
All 5 starters last night scored double digits.
Wow.
I mean,
Pretty good.
pretty good. And they
Pretty
average
good.
about that, too. It is so good. How about Timpview? Izzy Engel in his 3rd year. They're young, too. Timpview is a young team. They're 4-1. They only lost to Orem. This team's somebody you got to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, Dean Ruckert, had a chance to see him against Provo, obviously in a losing effort, but young man can create. They're long, and this Timpview team, Coach Izzy, they love to fly up and down the floor. It's a good group. I mean, we'll see what they can put together for a postseason run, but the fact they're fighting against Orem, who we just said probably on a short list. Well, not a short list. It's a long list of potential 5A champs, but they can play with the best of them.
Second most impressive win in this region. Maple Mountain beat Lehigh. I mean, put that on your bulletin there. That tells you any night they can get you.
That's a good one. Bennett Everett's been great. Matthew Peterson had a big game in that one as well. Cedar Valley, I know I want to throw in the girls. How about the boys' side as well? This is a team that didn't start off the best. Bodden was hurt early on. They're starting to come back together. Things are rolling. Hunter Larson, we talked about Owen Bodden. This is a group. They have a win over Maple Mountain. They've got a win over Timpanogos, who was undefeated at the time. This is a really good Cedar Valley team that's starting to find their momentum as well.
Certainly. And then let's go to 4A real quickly. Layton Christian. Bump them up, they say. All right. 16-2.
Doesn't matter. They're so good. I had a chance to see them against Crimson Cliffs. A lot of talent inside. They shoot the ball really well. Maybe one of the better three-point shooters in the state as well. It's a really good Layton Christian team. But how about Mountain View in that region? Where did the Bruins come from? What a start for them. Wins over Mountain Ridge, Skyline. Congratulations, Mountain View, man. Bryce Mello, we know that name. How about Simeon Sigataraga? They've got guys who can score. They're putting up a lot of points.
This 4A tournament is going to be lights out.
Yeah, it is.
Lights out in this one. And then, of course, you go to probably the best team in 4A, the Dixie Flyers. Their only losses, they have 3 losses. We talked about the Orem one. They lost to a team from California. Can't remember, Pomona Valley, I think it was. A 3-point loss at Wasatch Academy. Isaiah Harwell, I don't think he got hurt. He only had 2 points in that game. Well, the top recruits in the nation.
Yeah,
had
that
2
doesn't
points.
happen.
No. So I'm guessing he got hurt, rolled an ankle or something. But 62-59, they lose at the best gym in the state.
Hey, thank you. Way to go, Dusty. No, you said it. You said it.
Second best gym in the state.
Hey, speaking of.
Delta is the best gym in the state. Second best gym in the state.
I can't believe a Dino just said that. Speaking of.
I won there.
How? Boom, drop the mic. We got to talk. We talked about Dimes and Jordy Barnes, Jordan Roberts. You want to win against Hurricane? 19 assists, 19 state record for a single game. Jordan Roberts, congratulations. One of the best point guards in the state. We've got a lot of them, but man, he's special. And then you mix in Lemke and others. Whitehour. It's a really good group. We didn't even talk. How about Pineview? First year, Coach Amico heading down. Nash Schroeder has been spectacular for them. I'm assuming there's a relationship there with a former high school coach.
Former Raiders quarterback.
Yeah.
Former Redskin quarterback.
Same guy. Griffin Shepard, this is a really good Pineview team. Been great to see them get some traction again. Snow Canyon, obviously, with Owen Mackey. There's a lot of talent down south.
Almost certainly. And 4A, I got to apologize because there was a big cactus that came back to the state of Utah.
Yes, there is.
Christopher Cox is back at Cottonwood. You got to do that game. Cottonwood 4-0 in region play. Christopher Cox moved to Arizona and came back. Welcome back, Chris.
Yes. Great to have him back, right? And first game against Murray, dealt with a lot of foul trouble. Wasn't able to get in his rhythm. He's finding his rhythm, folks. It's bad news for 4A. Great news for us because we get to watch it for another month and a half. Chris, great to have you back. You mix that in with Rosevere, the other pieces on that Cottonwood team. There's remnants of previous years. And really, to me, it's Cottonwood and Murray in that Region 10. Cottonwood got the first one. They got the return trip to Murray. Maybe we'll see if we can get out there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But look, those two teams are both really, really good. I love this Murray side, too. The way they play together, great ball movement. They create so much offense. Really fun group.
And how about the Cache Valley side of things in Region 11? Logan, Bear River, Ridgeline, Green Canyon, all with double-digit wins. Mountain Crest is 9-4. The only team with the record below 500 is Skyview. That's called a very good region.
Green Canyon got off to such a hot start. I think they went 13-0, 14-0 for the Wolves. Jared Anderson's been spectacular. Logan's the one that has surprised me. I heard they were going to pop this year. 54-51, the win over Maple Mountain. They defeated Weber. We talked about how good Weber was. They also beat Mountain Crest in triple overtime. It was Jordan Child who had the game winner with under a second to go. 33 points for him in that one. Court Larson has been great. This Logan team, Dusty, it feels like the old days, doesn't it? When Logan basketball is scoring and winning.
Yep.
Yes.
One of the funnest teams we got to watch.
Yeah.
That team was so much fun. Yeah, we talk about it. It's a lot of fun. Bear River been good in those years too.
Yeah.
Good to have some of these schools back. All right, best of the rest. Who some of the schools got to make sure we hit.
All right, hey, we got to talk Wendover. The Wendover Wildcats, what a start for them in 1A. Had a 76-70 win over Beaver. Del Muro had 21. Du Bois had 15. Wendover lost the first game of the year. They went on a 10-game winning streak, and they scored over 75 times. The Wildcats have been spectacular.
How about South Summit? 15-0 their last two games. Beat Ogden 77-75. It was Bracken Lasky had a game winner, seconds left to knock off the Tigers. And then Logan Wilson-Hume had 20 against, probably 27 against Ogden, 20 in the win over American Heritage. We saw American Heritage. Not a slouch team.
No.
15-0. Congratulations to the Wildcats.
I gave you a tease for the most impressive performance of the year so far. Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Milford man. This is impressive. Milford beat Merritt Academy. How about this line for Sadler Barnes? 50 points, 5-0, 10 made threes, 10, 7 boards, 9 assists, 11 steals.
Wow.
57, 9, 11. By the way, tied for 7th on the most threes made in a single game. Sadler Barnes, what a night.
That is a night. Put that,
Isn't that crazy?
Put that on the reel and just keep playing it.
I got one more test question for Dusty.
Oh, boy.
What is Dusty's favorite region?
Region 3.
He got it wrong. Can you name the mascots in Region 19? That's a big hint, by the way.
Oh.
Name the mascot. Sorry, I can't do all of it. I don't know how to position this. All right, so Dusty got the question wrong. Let me tell you why Region 19 is your favorite region. You've got the Raiders, the Cougars, and the Buckaroos all in Region 19. Huh?
What am I doing?
Right?
My whole life is wrong.
I know.
My life is a lie.
Region 1, or Region 19, 1A, that's Dusty's favorite
And
region.
let's see. I'm going to go check real quick. And you know the best part?
Huh.
No Broncos in that region. Thank you.
There you go. Region 19.
Stick around for Region 19 updates for the rest of the year.
By the way, White Horse had a double overtime win against Pinnacle. That's how I found this. It was the
And it's
Raiders
Green
against
River.
the Panthers. Raiders got the
what am I
win. Lyric Phillips, 43 points, hit 6 threes in the win for the White Horse Raiders.
By the way, Green River basketball's 4-0. One of the best starts in Slay Bigelow and Caitlin Parsons when they won the 1A state championship. Beat a bunch of 4A and 3A teams. Hernandez and Mendoza, 15-11 starting out. If you're ever in the area in Green River, here's a free one. Ray's Tavern. Do not miss Ray's Tavern. I like the bacon cheeseburger. Kyle Wilson just goes with the cheeseburger. You will not be disappointed. That's all I got to say.
Sounds like a road trip to me. Let's do it.
All right. If there's anything we missed, we know we missed a lot, hit us up, let us know. We'll be back in the regular form with our videos. We're back from sickness and everything else. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSL.